What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's Hawaiian Shirt Fridays. This one's a little faded, so I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but sure enough, it is a Hawaiian shirt, maybe a little bit old. All right, let's jump into it. So, where are we going to start with? Might as well just start with indexes. Dow Jones held up surprisingly well. I guess not surprised. Well, whatever. Dow Jones was stronger than the other indexes there. Okay. Kind of right around the 21-day EMA. Russell 2000. Looks like a good buy point, and in fact, I started a position here today. We'll talk about that in a sec, but yeah, I mean, pull back right to the last breakout spot. Yes. Right, looks like right at the 21-day EMA or so. NASDAQ blasted. Yikes. It's good that it closed above the 53 level there, 503 level. But in the Qs, the gap was filled. So party on. Okay, let's go over. So that was quick. Cool. All right, let's go over current positions. BITX, the leveraged Bitcoin position. I am shocked at how well Bitcoin held up today. That was very surprising. Very, very surprising. I did not expect that at all. Anyways, BITX, $33.07 is the average cost basis. It's 54.85. Looks great. Nowhere near. It was kind of near my price target. See, if this just rockets straight up, I would probably have to get out. Unfortunately, if this would base a little bit more, because this is not a base to support a crazy move higher. So I hope it just chills, because yeah, it's already stretched in the short term. Yeah, clearly. So I hope it just chills. Otherwise I'll have to get out of some, which sucks. Okay. That's it for Bitcoin. Let's go over some Bitcoin miners. Great day, Bitcoin miners. HUD 8, best looking chart. I gotta be honest, I've really stopped paying attention to Bitcoin miners, how their businesses are doing. Up on the latest news, you know, I really don't care anymore. It doesn't. Yeah, see, this looks really good right here, this level. The last news I think I paid attention to was Marathon, where they started mining more than just Bitcoin. They've got another one, and that's an extremely dumb move. I forget when that was. Gosh, it's got to have been like a month or two ago, or 3 or something, I don't know. But regardless, that CEO, he's really good, super smart. I have no clue if what they're doing nowadays. I have no clue. But this looks really good right here. Dang, some of these are looking really good. Nope, that could be an idea for next week. Yeah. Yeah, you have a pretty clear risk to reward here. Anywhere below like 1930, you know, you could get out. They do have a gap to fill down here. Okay, what else is there? There's Riot. Wow, these look really good, actually. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, totally worth going after for a little short-term thing here. Cool. Yeah, I gotta write that down before I forget. it down. Next week, Bitcoin miners. Okay. CleanSpark. Yeah, it looks good. Ish. This looks worse than all the other ones, but all right. That's the Bitcoin position. Moving on. Oh, this uranium play. Some serious intraday volatility has been going on. Not yesterday, but the previous day, because I got into this like here. It was a little kind of late in the day. This is when I saw it and jumped on it. Gapped up, and I thought, sweet, and completely sold off. And then today, look at this. This was a 5% move in 5, 10, 15, 20, 20-ish minutes. This is a 5% move on huge volume. Yeah, see, 51 up to 56. And then it got sold off, but it's doing good after hours, I guess. Closed on some pretty heavy volume. This had something to do with Putin came out. Oh, I'm sure it did. I don't know this for sure, but it's... where was it? Putin said something about not selling uranium to the U.S. or something along those lines. It says Putin emphasized openness to uranium talks. Okay. That was a little bit different. Okay, well, whatever. It had something to do with not selling uranium or something to do with uranium. And I thought, oh, sweet, I'm in a uranium stock. Let's see how that's doing. And then just bam. So that was welcomed, especially since markets were really selling off today. So those are January 17 is the expiration. $50 strike price. $50 strike price. 645. Those close the day at 607. This thing is coiled tight. This thing is coiled for some sort of move. You got all sorts of people getting out or less demand all around here, and it's being supported, and it's got a really good cup with handle base. Same thing, cup with handle base. Like I said, this could also be a double bottom. So yeah, bullish chart, bullish story, bullish theme. So we're in it, and I think it'll work out. All right, now let's go over two other positions. IWM. So I started a position in IWM today. I mean, this is pretty sweet. Lots of this gap has been filled. And it's sitting kind of right where it broke out of. It's worth going after right at the 21-day EMA. Sure, this on Monday could fill this whole gap. But these are all starter positions, so yeah, it would suck. But it's all good. So let's see where I got into this was right here. And I thought, oh man, look at that. What a perfect entry point. Nope. But yeah, not bad though. Not bad. Yeah, right here. So, those are December 20th. Oh, we'll go back to IWM. This is a debit spread. December 20th. 229 is the long call. 239 is the short call. The debit spread was 410. It's basically flat. It's down like 2%. So I guess it's not flat. It's down 2%. All right. All right. Moving on over. So now let's go to NVIDIA. Oh, NVIDIA. I was adding to NVIDIA today. You have this gap here that filled right here at the 21 day. I add to it a couple different times throughout the day. Somewhere in here, somewhere here, somewhere up there, a few different times. So anyway, so cost basis on that one is 127 and it's 142. So cool. The thesis in this remains the same. I don't see this changing anytime soon. So until my reason for being in this is changed, I will be in it. And if no sell rules are broken. So no sell rules are broken, and my reasoning for being in this is still the same. So, yeah. Add on pullbacks, add when I can, add when it goes up. Force money into winners. That's what we do. Okay, now let's go over some painful ones here. Bring the pain. NASDAQ. Whoa, what a huge day. 2.5% down. Wow. Right here at the 50-day moving average, gap was filled. It's all good. No need to stress. Couple different positions in these debit spreads. This is also why I'm in debit spreads. There's less downside risk. They're cheaper. Not as much upfront capital. You kind of get a feel for how things are going. And then I can certainly add on, so, and I will. I'm nowhere close to, full position size. So if this ultimately fails, no harm, no foul. If it does start working, then I will be adding. And so, yeah. Okay. Qs, December 20th is the expiration, 5:15 on the long call, 5:25 on the short call. Man, it really seems like quite a ways to get back there, huh? Those are 466. Those are currently 250. Then also that leveraged one, December 13. Whoa. Expiration $80 long call, $90 short call, 440. Those are currently 161. NASDAQ, it's all good. No big deal. This is whatever. Yeah, I mean, 2.5% day does seem violent, but this chart still looks great. Let's look at this on the weekly. Beautiful. So, could this fail? Of course. Of course this could fail. Could anything happen? Yeah. Are we in a bull market? That is a fact. So long as you're in a bull market, you treat it as such. All right. Let's go over some... Oh, and then we have to get to another one, some more pain. Let's go over some individual names, because I did not look at any individual names today. Wow, see, Amazon down 4%, 420. But right here, this is beautiful. This is a buy point. Let's see what's up with Microsoft. This is not beautiful. That's not a buy point. Google. Google, Google. Yeah, see, this is the thing about getting out at a resistance level or your price target and you're just namaste. Because, yeah, that was a really good trade. My price target right here, like 180, 182, right here, super obvious, got out. Now this gap has been filled. So this is another good entry point. This chart still looks fine to me. Yeah. Yeah, this chart still looks fine to me. I would wait for an update and confirmation of a continuation. What else is in? Well, NVIDIA, we looked over that. This thing's, yeah, still looking good. Let's see. AMD just, oh man, I would be so pissed being a shareholder. Just, gosh, it's underperforming. AMD. Oh, I don't even know. Amazon. Oh, we did Amazon. Oh, let's look at Meta. This is one I haven't looked at for a while. Man, yeah, see, I was long, super long, Meta, Microsoft, Russell, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow, going into earnings, and I think it was like a couple of them that didn't act so well. It's just like, yeah, wow, that's below the 50-day moving average, but let's see how this looks on the weekly chart. It's no touch some. Let's look at Apple. God, some of these are concerning. I mean, living below the 50-day moving average. Living below well, it's not living below it yet. We'll give today we'll kind of write it off, see what happens next week. But, a strong break through the 50-day moving average, pretty decent volume. Microsoft, that's below the 200-day moving average. Yeah. So, sheesh, some of those, man. Palantir is up 11% today, though, huh? That's fantastic. This thing has gone parabolic. Wow, how cool. Nice. Wow. Tricky one to handle up here, huh? Let's look at Coinbase. What's up with Coinbase? Oh, yeah. Gap was filled and rocketed up. All right, Robinhood. That looks good. Robinhood looks good. Yeah. Okay. Where are we going now? Okay, so let's go to XBI. So, yikes. This is an anomaly. Wow. This is insane. A biotech ETF selling off like this. Wow. Now it's okay. This is to take a loss like this where something's like such an anomaly and rarely ever happens like this. I've never really ever seen something quite like this that was at a good buy point just get dumped so hard. Obviously not every trade is going to work out, and these ones that are just such a massive anomaly like this, hey, that's okay. It's all good. So we'll see what happens next week. I looked at some of the largest holdings in this fund today, and they look okay. And I've forgotten what they even are. United Therapeutics is one of them. See, right here down at the 50-day moving average. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is on huge volume. But, again, I mean, this isn't broken. This isn't a dead trade at all. This is an uptrending stock at the 50-day moving average. You know? So, but this is not, like, good or really normal. But regardless, this is an uptrending stock at the 50-day moving average. So lots of them kind of look like this. Amgen's really not... Amgen was, like, number 13 or something in terms of holdings. And this has filled its gap. So, you know, lots of stocks look like this. Normally, I would have been out of XBI today for sure, but I looked at a bunch of these individual names, like 12 of them, and they all kind of look like this. So we'll see what happens next week. And again, it's a starter position. Doesn't work out, no harm, no foul. This is a super anomaly of massive volume, crazy down days, you know, and you know the odds of this happening like this is so extremely low that you know it's whatever. So anyways, XBI December 20th is the expiration. This is a debit spread as well. So, yeah, it's all good. 95 is the long call. 105 short call. 464 is what I paid. Those are currently two. Yikes. So, the pain was real today. Except for Bitcoin. And CCJ, I guess. Thank goodness. Otherwise, I would have been pissed. Okay. So... let's go over some news. Production, manufacturing, down. Continues to be down. Consumer spending, down. Now, like I said, now that the election's over, I expect the economic data to come out to not be as manipulated as it has been during this administration, during the Biden administration. And I said that was just a suspicion that I had, but you know, it's obvious there's politics at play. You know, you had 100%. I believe it was 100%. I mean, even if it was 80%, it's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Of the economic data released on this administration was revised lower. So they just come out with the headline of, oh, it's all good, month goes by, and it actually was a lot worse, you know. It's wild that they can do this, that they can do that. It's pretty wild. Anyways, so, you know, clearly that's politically motivated, clearly. So now that the election's over, I had a feeling that some economic data that would be coming out would not be so badly manipulated. So we're talking about here retail sales. So and this is from Zero Hedge. It's, quote, "This is odd. The Census Bureau used a surprisingly weak and a big negative outlier, seasonal adjustment factor for retail sales. If comparable adjustment factor had been used as prior October's, retail sales would have been a 1% increase." So retail sales down, and that's, like I said, that consumer spending was also down, so it wouldn't really surprise me if retail sales were also down, and especially after the election. So all those things coming together didn't surprise me. Retail sales are down. Something else very interesting here. Very interesting. And very good. Very, very good. Zelensky tells Ukraine's broadcaster, war will end sooner under the Trump administration. Obviously, anybody would know this. It's common sense. And here's Zelensky saying that. That should have been blasted all over the mainstream media. Was it? Probably not. I don't know. I don't watch that crap. So, all right, moving on. Futures. Oh, man. It's a good time. Futures. Uh, okay, so let's go, man. Futures. It was like a battle all day, like this Tyson fight coming up tonight. So I was expecting a reversal. If you guys remember from last night's video, I was expecting a gap down in some sort of reversal. So we'll start out with the micros in the Qs, micro Nasdaq. Can't tell you where I first went long. I can't tell you. I don't know, but I was adding and averaging down into this day. I was down fairly big down here. My break even was like somewhere in here. It was like 470. Yeah, I would say it was probably 470. Okay. Then, so now what was the strongest of the day was Dow. Dow was the strongest, and Dow had a really easy trading range to read. So I was getting in and out of all these. Geez, I probably did 10 different trades or so in here today on Dow. All were good in Dow today. You had kind of clear range in here. Buy points throughout here. You could kind of get out and scale out in this area, which I did. And then kind of similar thing again down here. Now, after seeing that this was not going to get back up to here because it kept getting blasted, you kind of get out, right? So then again, here you have another range. This is kind of an area of support. That was pretty obvious. And then get out around this area. So, bunch of good trades in here. I think I did one at the end of the day as well. And the micros, I ended actually up. It's 270-ish or something was break even. I don't know exactly. Something like that. But got out at like 93. And so that turned out to be a profitable one. So futures was like boom, 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 fighting, jabbing all day, dodging bullets, and taking some trades in here to sort of fund that loser of a position. So even if that one didn't work out, even if the micro position didn't work out, I would have still been slightly up, but it did work out. So sweet, that was good. Okay. Gosh, I think that's it. Man, next week, if this can turn around, this will be fantastic. This is all good. This is a good pullback. Pretty violent today. I would have liked to seen a better recovery, but wow, Tesla was up 3%. Yeah, see, so here's the thing: when you have this massive rally in anything, the pullback is going to seem super nasty and it's going to suck. So I was prepared for that. That's what I've been saying last week and this week. Just chill, do some meditating, poke and prod. And that's what we've been doing. This is super nasty. I don't know what the percentage of this is. 5% maybe. Down in a few days or something. I honestly, I have no clue. I'm not that good at math. So yes, it's really nasty. But if you just step back and look at this looks great. So again, we're in a bull market. You treat it as such until it doesn't work out. I don't go a full position size right here. I do a starter position size. It's a third of what I'll normally have on. Talked about position sizing. This couple percentage points of my account per position. And yeah, I mean they're starting to kind of build up here, right? I mean you got XBI, you got all these ones. God, that's ridiculous. That's insane. We'll see what happens next week. NASDAQ. So we got yes, I'm starting to add more exposure, but again, they're all starter positions, except for Bitcoin. Oh, we didn't even go over Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, so I've been in this since back here, 459. Again, this was surprising. I thought for sure it was going to continue to pull back, but man, financials, very strong. Russell was pretty strong. It is crazy to think that NASDAQ, all the Trump gains are gone. That was, here's when he was elected, and boop, take that. What's going on with this media company? Whatever. Who cares? Geo. Yeah, so if you want to talk about some sort of a pullback, this thing's gonna pull back. Oh, gold. That was another thing I was watching today for some sort of day trade in futures of gold. The opportunity never really arose. Wasn't a trend day at all. I was looking right in here, but I'm kind of managing that loser and big down day and getting in and out of Dow Jones, of YM. So kind of going back and forth. If there was nothing else going on, I would have tried right here. But I didn't, and it broke through this and kept going down, and that was it for my opinion on going long gold. Yeah, see, this was in the morning. Yeah, so 8:20 my time, Pacific time. So yeah, that kind of, I wasn't going to go long gold. Let's see how silver, or take a trade in gold. Take a trade. It would have been very quick, so it doesn't even matter. Silver, yeah, not good. What's up with wheat? Cool. Maybe this will give us another opportunity to go short. Let's look at corn. Wow. See, corn looks good though. See, it's so funny to me. I'm really confused. Like, corn looks good, wheat looks horrible. Let's look at oil. Down big today. Oh man. Oof, we gotta start taking a short position in this. This is looking like it's gonna just dump. This is bearish. This is certainly bearish. Yeah, I gotta do some sort of starter position in this thing. Let's see how expensive these guys are. So we'll do 63 days out for puts. So a few percentage points above where we're at, give us a cushion. It'd be like 600 per contract. 540, 600, 63 days out. Yeah, so cool. Again, you could always do a put spread, debit spread in this as well, if you wanted to. But yeah. Yeah. So next week, Bitcoin miners, indexes. Yeah, and who knows, whatever happens next week, I could get, long a bunch of different things. Bitcoin miners look good. If the indexes turn up, that would be really good. Oil is one to go short. Although it's all right here in this obvious area of support. Ugh. But it looks heavy, man. This thing looks heavy. And then let's look at video games, and then I'll be done with this video. So I don't have to bore everybody to death while I go through these things. I didn't really look at many things today during the day. Like I said, I was managing those futures positions. Boxing. So, yeah, man, these will be good too. I mean, they're pulling back. We're in a bull market. You know, there's things are broadening out. What's going on with Shopify? This is one I've tried like 1,000 times and missed this whole thing. What's going on with Shake Shack? That's one of the individual ones I've had good success trading. Cool. See, look, it's getting sold off. Kind of right here. Yeah. I've never been to a Shake Shack, but my goodness, this thing's in a crazy bull market. I see them everywhere. Well, I don't exactly like see them everywhere, but they're around in Southern California. All right. Let's look at Uber's. Uber's another one that I do pretty good with. I've had good success with. See, this looks really good right here too. Yeah, see, there's so many things that look good. Like Uber looks good, Shake Shack. Next week, okay, so Uber, Shake Shack, oil. So we'll see what next week brings. JP Morgan was up 1.5%. Wow, financials very strong. XLF did this. Yeah, see. Sweet. Yeah, this will give us another more obvious good entry point. But wow, while everything else, see, this is so telling about strength, okay? While everything else has given back its gains, financials, since Trump was elected, financials have not. That's telling of the strength, and it's giving you a clue where things are going heading into the end of the year, right? Like, what's the weakest? Tech is the weakest. Could that turn around and become the strongest? Sure. This is just a game of probabilities. All we know is right now, financials, no, there's still lots of demand. So anyways, all right, that's it. Friday night. See you guys.